Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. This Sam, and we are back again. This Sam Rex. Oh, this the Football Connect. Sorry for that. I've been working so much on the Sam Rex feed that I now forgetting that I'm back on the main channel. So we are back again with the Football Connect, guys, and we are talking about Euro semi-finals from yesterday, and I'm really sorry that I was not able to come live yesterday, so I had to make sure that I come live today so that I do this video because everything has already happened. We know what happened, we know the team which won, and we know how they won it and how it ended. And there is a lot of things to talk about, just to analyze the game for starters, in terms of how the game went on and how it surprised a lot of people, if I have to say, because nobody of us expected the way the game ended yesterday. But at the same time, we were definitely excited. So that is also something to put out there and just enjoy on top of that. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you see from yesterday? And what can you say for the departing Spain, because the Italy is remaining. We're still going to talk about them in the next coming days or 2 days to go. But Spain are departing. Not really sure about, are they playing for the third and the second and the fourth winner, something like that? I don't know because I have not heard about that at all, or I did not even see the games that like talks about the team that is going to be number 2 or number 3, or which is going to be number 3 or number 4 of the tournament. Is that game going to be played? Because I'm not seeing it at the moment. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, or tell me if you know something I don't. I'm really curious to know about that. But of course, I've got some couple of points there that I want to cover and just talk about concerning the game of yesterday and what I felt happened and how the game actually inspires. And I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you feel about the game of yesterday, and what do you think this means for the fact that Italy now are the only team that have gone all the way, still unbeaten in this tournament, and they are now very close to be lifting the Euro 2020 if they win the game that they're playing tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, Sunday, against either Denmark or England, because guess what? There is other game that is going to be played later on today. We're going to watch Denmark battle it out with England, and somebody has to win. If somebody don't win, then it's going to be interesting because we have to go back to penalties as well, like what we just did in the last game. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What really impressed you yesterday watching the game that you watched yesterday, and what were you expecting in terms of what happened? Because for starters, before I go anywhere, I just want to say congratulations to Uzuri with their performance, with what they did. It seems like they keep in a way surprising people. People have this tendency of trying to judge a team by just looking at how they've done already in the tournament and judge them that they're done or whatever that they were saying. But Italy in itself, they keep proving people wrong. They keep going step by step. When people want them to fall, somehow, somewhere, some of us, we want Italy to fall so that the easier teams goes forward to make it easy for the teams that we are actually supporting. You get what I mean. But also, if a team is playing per well, they deserve to go far. And Italy, in a way, have managed to do so. That from Group A, not beaten in the group stages, go to the tournament stages, and for them to be where they are now in the finals, it means that they were not beaten. So congratulations to them, and that team keeps proving us wrong each and every day. That team is a force, guys. They got into this tournament without actually a team scoring them in about a long time, but other teams somewhere they managed to start scoring Italy, and also they got in this tournament as well, unbeaten with a lot of games, which is still a record that they've kept up to now, and they're going to the final. So that is exactly what makes this team a threat. If you were wondering, what should I be really afraid of when I'm talking about this Italy team? Now, I've just given you some tips and some things that you have to look at to actually be afraid of them, especially if you're going to face them in the final. That's the truth. Now we are going to be talking about the game. And firstly, before I start talking about the Spain team, I just want to mention a bit about a player that people are not really looking at, but I feel like he has earned himself at least a recognition to the world and the vast world. I'm just talking about the player called Jorginho. The man scored the winning goal for Italy yesterday, of course. But also let's remind you guys, he is the guy who won the Champions League, UEFA Champions League with Chelsea just a few weeks before the tournament began, and he's now in the final of this tournament. He's now in the final of this tournament which is the Euro 2020. And also, just to not get this so that people don't get confused, he's really has been an important player for Italy at this point where they are, at this point where they find themselves in. He has really been important. So we have this talk that we like to do. We have these things that we like to talk about. Everyone, we're talking about N'Golo Kante being a contender of the Ballon d'Or after winning the Champions League. But guess what? France were knocked out in the early stages of the knockout rounds. So it means that N'Golo Kante cannot really say anything because he really didn't perform so well in Euro 2020. And also, if you have to look at it, he didn't really do that much for Chelsea. I think the only games that we started seeing him were only against Manchester City. He got injured, did not do so much. But Jorginho, all of a sudden, is now looking like the player who has been there, and he has actually played an important role for Italy to be where they are at the moment. So I feel like as much as we are not going to look at this and say something about it, he really does deserve a shout out to say that, hey guys, this guy does deserve to at least win a Ballon d'Or, because he's now in the final and he did so well to get there to the finals. And I think he has to be one of the contenders to at least go for the Ballon d'Or. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section about that one. Do you think Jorginho deserves to win the Ballon d'Or this season? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section if that even makes sense. Of course, he's going to be contending against the likes of Messi, Neymar, who have made it to the Copa American finals yesterday. And also Martinez was an important goalkeeper, by the way. He had to save some interesting penalties for Argentina yesterday, if you didn't, or I have to say early in the morning. Yeah, so it's interesting when we talk about the Ballon d'Or. Messi is still in the conversation. Nobody expected that, but he's still in the conversation. What is going to happen? I have no idea, but I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see how this plays out. Let's move on now to talk about the game now going deep into the game. Firstly, I want to talk about Spain. Spain, like as I'm saying, is the team that is going away. They have done something that a lot of teams have failed to do against this Italian squad. Of course, building up into this game, we knew that of all teams that Italy have faced, Spain has always been a thorn in their success, or in them losing a lot of things. Spain has always managed to beat Italy many times than another team. And at the same time, Italy, before this game, only had a single-digit win over Spain. Now they have double digits because they have now won against Spain 10 times. You know, history books are being made here. Books are being rewritten. Records are being recorded. And Italy have moved so closer to be catching up. Only now 2 games away to catch up the draw and the win run of Spain against them whenever they meet each other again. I don't know when that'll be, but for this tournament, they have already got the job done. And when they're celebrating, talking about history, we have to talk about this. Talking about history, the European history still maintained in terms of there is no team that has ever won twice in penalties in the Euro and still remain in it. You understand what I mean? So in what I'm talking about is this. In this quarterfinal, Spain played Switzerland in the penalties, and Switzerland were coming from the round of 16 penalties as well. So what happened was this. From the round of 16, Switzerland won. In the quarterfinals, Spain met with Switzerland. In penalties, Switzerland lost. Then Spain went in. That's where their first final. That's where their first penalties in the quarterfinals. Met in the semifinals with Italy. Then they went straight to the penalties. And guess what happened? Spain lost. Italy went in with the penalties. Like, it's still maintained. Only a team has to win once in penalties, never twice, never a double. That has never happened. So what am I saying here? If the final finds itself in penalties, if history is still going to be maintained, then guess what? Italy are out. Oh, they're not winning the tournament. They're gonna be the second best team in the Euro, which is interesting to see. So that's the exciting part about this penalty sagas and stuff like that. You understand what I'm talking about, right? If it all makes sense, let me know in the comment section. Do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the Football Connect. Let's move on now. Talking about Spain, I was not really impressed in the group stages by Spain as a whole. Why? Probably because they played exciting football but didn't have finishers in them. They didn't take their chances. I don't think there's any team in this tournament or any country in this tournament that has created many chances than Spain did in this tournament. But on top of that, Spain still failed to beat their teams in terms of the chances that they created. And one of the men who has been the standout player that a lot of people have been talking about is Morata. Morata have not performed so well. Morata, in a way, has been so disappointing. You guys, you know about this. We have talked about Morata many times in EUROTALK, and you know what? Some of the thoughts I had to say about him and what he has done that I felt like he should have done better. There's a lot of things I've talked about concerning Morata, but we cannot go deep into that anyway. We are just going to be moving on, talking about where we are at this point, talking about what is now happening, which is the next stage, because Morata's story is now over. But also, just to make it fun a bit, Morata being the guy who missed a penalty that was of more importance to Spain, also being the guy who brought Spain into this game, scoring the goal in the 80 or was it 80 something minutes to actually get Spain to go to the extra time and to the penalties. How would you rate his tournament? How would you rate it? I feel like as much as he has scored some important goals for Spain, he was not really at his best. It's like, for example, he's not the Morata that I saw in the Champions League or for Juventus in the past weeks. It seems like he lost his mojos, if that even makes sense. But we thought that he was gonna write a comeback story for him, where after all these things were going against him in the group stages, he was just gonna rise and become the winner or the winning savior for Spain to the end of the tournament. But the way the tournament ended for him kind of tarnished his name a bit. But one thing I have to say, he is a good player, and he is one who can definitely produce some amazing moments. And even though the game didn't end so well, he tried his best. Let's just accept that. He tried his best. That's the only thing I can say. But anyway, hope that you can go back and with your head held high and recover from all this craziness, Morata, and let's see where you go from next. Also, we're going to move on to the next stage we need to talk about, which is what Spain has managed to do in this tournament that other teams have not been able to do, which is to stop Italy from attacking. Guess what? Since I started watching this tournament from the beginning, Italy have been a threat in terms of how they were breaking teams down or countries down and attacking, causing threats and scoring goals. But guess what? This is probably the first tournament or the first country that managed to stop and actually make Italy go bye-bye or go quiet, which was a shocker because guess what? Spain has not played exciting football. They've played attractive football, but not exciting football because they've not been finishing their chances. But to a point of stopping Italy from attacking, that for me was a shocker. The likes of Verratti, Jorginho were failing to control the game in the midfield. Of course, I know why they were failing to do that because they were missing one pillar man that they had in the midfield. But I'm going to talk about him just later on. But also we have to talk about how important the likes of Sergio Busquets were important in the midfielders and the likes of, guess what? This is also going to surprise you. Pedri and Koke were to make sure that they were functional in the midfielders, which also was important for them. And as well, I have to say, they did so well. They attacked so well. They played interesting football. They played attractive football. They attacked so well, which made the tournament kind of like so exciting to watch. And for that, I have to say that I really did enjoy this tournament. It was really a blast to watch, and I hope that we see more from this, and I hope that we can see more from these guys because I know that they can definitely provide something to smile about. They can definitely give us something to smile about, but I can't wait to see how that goes as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Wow, who really impressed you? Because I'm gonna give you my players. Remember, I told you that I'm not gonna talk about mostly about Italy. I'll talk about them more in the final, building up to the game that they're gonna be playing with either team that win between England and Denmark. But I have to say I've been impressed for Spain, the team that is going out. By first, I have to say Pedri. Pedri has been an exciting young talent that I've seen. He has managed to do what any other 18-year-old has not managed to do, and which is to get a position in a team, first team for a country, and play from the beginning to the end 90 minutes or maybe taken out every single game of Spain. He has been part of it. He has played so well. He has been a threat to each and every team that tried to attack him, and he has caused countless and countless problems to each and every team that he was dealing with, which for me was really exciting because I was not really expecting that, but at the same time I really did enjoy watching it because that tells you that there is hope from these young talents and these young players we are seeing in this tournament, and they have something to offer, and that is exactly what we saw from Pedri. And I'm telling you, even the likes of Iniesta, some of the best players of Spain that they've produced in the midfielders have not managed to do what this young kid has done. And for me, I have to say, I was really excited and really, really humbled to see that a manager can put trust on a player to that extent and make him shine to the point that he has done. So I'm putting my respect on firstly the manager himself. He has done amazing. And also I'm putting also my respect on the player himself for turning up and also repairing the manager's trust to that extent. I believe in all the managers who have been there. André, this guy, this man of the manager of Spain, is the only guy who had to, in a way, trust his players more than what the public was saying, which is something that I respect for a manager to do. Because why am I saying that? I'm talking about Morata. Morata, a lot of people have been saying craziness about him. He was meant to be dropped by him having the confidence of keeping him, even though the public and every single individual out there in the world were saying that it's time for you to drop this player. For me, I have to say those are guts, and it takes so much for Spain's manager to do so, and I was really impressed by that. So that's my respect for that. But like I said, Pedri impressed me. The next player that I have to talk about is Eric Garcia, a young kid as well. He's really young and comes in and make the position himself. I know he was exchanging by Torres, but he made the position. He's made sure that he counted everything. He was doing the decision, stopping some crazy threats, some crazy players he was stopping, and he was playing so well. I have to say I was really impressed as well by Garcia, which for me is huge. I have to say it's really, really huge. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Let me know what are your thoughts. And also, lastly, I have to say the last player that I have to respect and put my respect on is none other than Aymeric Laporte. I hope I pronounced that. Aymeric Laporte. For me, nobody was giving any respect to this man. Oh, not really like respect. He just joined the country. Let's just remind that he just joined the country a few months ago. National team comes in. He has been a footballer for such a long time. We've seen him countless times for City. But him joining Spain, making sure that the paperwork were done, I think in the last minute, gets into the squad and make the defensive position his from the beginning until the end of the tournament. That has to be huge. And he has made each and every partner who he had to play against, it might be Garcia or Laporte, feel comfortable, feel better about themselves because of how much of a good quality he was. And to make things better, in this tournament, he even scored a goal. So he went out of the tournament in his first time playing for Spain, go and scores a goal and actually enjoys the tournament. For me, that is huge. And we have to put some respect on him. I don't know what are your thoughts on that, but that's what I feel like. I have to put some respect on those players because they have done amazing and they've proven to the world that they had something to offer, which was exciting football. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. What do you really feel about these players and what else are you expecting to see from them? Because there is more to come and I can't wait to see where we go from here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Click that like button and subscribe to the Connect. As we continue now, we are looking at, what else are we looking at? Now we are looking at the importance of why Spain were able to break down Italy in the midfield. And we know Italy had some good players in the midfielders. We are talking about, of course, Verratti. We are talking about Jorginho. But we know from the last game, Italy lost an important figure in that midfielders, which was Spinazzola. And yesterday, I felt like if you were really watching this game, if Spain did take their chances, we were all going to be blaming the fact that Spain did manage to overcome and dominate the midfielders. And the reason why they did that is because Italy were missing Spinazzola and because he went out because of an injury. If Spinazzola was there, that was going to be a different game, but he wasn't there. And we saw that we saw the reason why Spain had something to smile about in this tournament. You might not agree with me or what, but we are still to see how important Spinazzola is, and if a team dominates in the midfielders like what they did, and they have people who can finish the chances that are created by the team, that team can beat Spain. They can beat Italy. And why am I saying that team? I'm saying that because I believe England, of all the teams, are the only team that have the quality enough to dominate any team in the midfielders and at the same time cause enough or a lot threat going forward. And that's what I think. And that's what I believe in. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. You might not agree with me, but I get it. But this is why I'm now building up to the next game that is coming. England versus which other team are they playing against? Against Denmark. Denmark's still writing an emotional story. It's been exciting to hear about how these guys have come from nobody believing in them to where they are at this moment. They're still writing that crazy story, and it's exciting that they're still standing forward and they're still going forward. It seems like they are really, really close. Beating England will be the next stage that they need to take to go to finals, people. The finals. It's a small countries with some big dreams. But on top of that, they are playing England. England, a team that has been a threat. Nobody at this moment has managed to score against England. Nobody. I mean, like nobody. The whole tournament. So Italy might say that I have not been beaten by any team, but England are saying that you guys have not scored anything against me. Nobody has done that. Let me just deal with Denmark and I'll meet you in the final, because that's what I believe is going to happen. England are going to meet Italy in the final. Then we see a team that has not been scored playing against a team that has not been beaten. And we hope to see who's going to win it in the end. That's the exciting part about football, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait. Italy are in the final. They wait to see who's coming with them between Denmark and England. I gave you my predictions in the build-up show. Check it out. The last EUROTALK I did, which was the build-up. Go check it out. You will see my predictions over the England game. And also, I have to say that my predictions didn't go like to penalties for Spain versus Italy. So, yeah, that was a little bit wrong. But anyway, somebody still won again, and I told you that it was hard to bet against Italy, and it happened. You can go cross-check the video. I'm going to try by all means to make sure that I leave it as this one. If you want to see what my thoughts are for England, we're going to be playing against Denmark. Go find out there. I don't want to spoil it out and say a lot of things. It was an exciting show. It's good that you go to see it. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to make sure that I link it to this video so that you see it at the end of this video and enjoy. It's been amazing to do this with you guys. I can't wait because Euro 2020 is coming to an end. And also on top of that, COSAFA started yesterday. So I'm going to talk about it a bit. But now let me make sure that I leave here because I've been talking for now almost 25 minutes and still didn't get any comments, if that even makes sense. But anyway, I hope I see that down there, not on the left chat, down there. It's going to be exciting to see. Thank you very much for watching. This has been a blast to do this. Let's hope to see better football from where we are going today, where we watch Denmark versus England. And on top of that, let's see that Italy gets at least a team that is going to challenge them really much to the next game. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you enjoy about this game? See you in a bit later with the transfer news. Also, the live stream of England versus Denmark. Goodbye and see you again. This has been the Football Connect and Sam is out. Peace.
Beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona.